Hello everyone, CGTO here, back at you with another video. A few people have asked for this video, and I'll be honest, I've been kind of busy, but I was like, because I kind of need to do more original content on my channel, I was like, okay, why not do a Fire Emblem video? So today I'll be taking a look at the ring packs, or packed ring, S rank conversation. So if you guys are afraid of spoilers, this probably isn't a video for you right now, unfortunately. But I will note that I'll be skipping to parts, obviously, that I find interesting for good or bad reasons, maybe something completely terrible. But as a whole, I'll be talking more about certain points about maybe why they localized it, what I think about it personally, and stuff like that. I don't mean to bash anyone. I don't know the original localizers. I'm not here to torment them. I'm just here to give my own opinion on the translations, and yeah, with that out of the way, let us begin.
神竜様、少しだけ真面目な話を聞いていただけますか？
もちろんです。何ですか？
僕は神竜様のことをずっと思ってきました。どんな性格なのか、どんな声をしているのか、神竜様が目を覚ます前から想像を膨らませていたんです。
どうでした？実際に会ってみて。
今は会わなければよかったと思っています。離れたところから見ているだけならこんな気持ちにもならなかったのに。
クラン、
こんなこと森人たる僕が言ってはいけない。それは分かっています。でも僕はもっと神竜様とお近づきになりたいんです。
Okay, we have a slight nitpick on my part. The other support so far that I watched, I didn't really have a problem. There were like some word changes, but I was like, okay, it's reasonable. But this one in particular, I don't understand, right? So we have Clanne saying, oh, I want to be a great steward. But in Japanese, he's like, oh god, what did he say again? Ochitsuki ni naritai. So I want to be closer with you, but in a very polite way. And I'm very confused, because I'm like, they're clearly different words. I mean, how old is Clanne? I don't even know, but I think he's of age, right? Like 17, 18 or something like that. But I'm like, even if he says, I want to be closer with you, it doesn't necessarily mean, okay, let's get married or whatever, right? I mean, there's that kind of like leeway you have there, right? Like the open door, there's a possibility, but it's not outright saying, I want to be with you forever, I want to make love with you. It doesn't, I just want to be closer with you. And yeah, I don't know why they did that. But yeah, that's slight nitpick.
そうです。そう思います。
でしたら問題ありません。私もあなたの森人になります。
Okay, so over here in English we have my steward cannot be all I need unless they are designated as my most important officer. But actually in Japanese, you saying, well, continue on from the previous one I did, I would in turn would want to be your protector, or I guess in Fire Emblem Engage terminology, I would like to be your steward. And I'm just like, I don't understand it. It's really, really confusing. Okay, so basically Elaine in Japanese said, Boku no hiza no ue de yasunde kudasai, which is essentially like have a nap on my lap, basically. To be fair, I don't disagree with the localization. Obviously, the ones beforehand I commented on were like, okay, there's some leeway, but now it's like, okay, fair enough. I understand why they made a change to this particular line.
そんなめっそうもないです。
Okay, and because of the last statement, this whole sentence doesn't make any sense according to the Japanese being said at all. Like, it's completely different. So basically, obviously, as you can tell from his intonation, Clanne is very flustered, and he's saying "mesomonai desu," which is basically like, no, never, or like he's like, no, I could never do such a thing, right? So yeah, the meaning is like completely different. I'm not looking forward to how they're gonna try and salvage this, but we'll wait and see.
さっき約束しましたよね。私にも守らせてくださいって。
わかりました。ではお言葉に甘えて。
自分以外の誰かを心から大切に思う。なんて素晴らしいことなんでしょう、クラン。私は世界一の幸せ者です。
僕もです。神竜様、本当に大好きです。これからもずっと一緒にいさせてください。
Okay, so one part that the original, well, not original, the localization fails to mention is the whole 大好きです part, right? The whole I like you a lot or I love you. Obviously, from what we've seen in this whole conversation, it definitely leans more towards on I love you more than I like you a lot. Just from the energy I'm getting. Obviously, someone out there can interpret it differently, but from what I've seen, it's definitely more love than anything else.
今日もたくさん詰めましたね。
おかげさまで。神竜様は疲れてませんか？
ジャンといると楽しくて疲れなんて感じませんよ。
あ、神竜様また怪我したある。
ああ、この前の戦闘で仲間が危なくてついかばってしまいました。すぐに回復してもらったんですが少しあざになっていますね。
これを使ってください。この前の薬草で作った傷薬です。傷跡を消す効果が高いのでよく塗って乾くまで少し待ってください。
ありがとうございます。
神竜様、怪我をした時は、いえ、危険な時にはいつでも自分を呼んでください。自分は何があっても神竜様を守る、あなたを支えられるような人になりたいんや。
ジャン、それでしたらもうなっていますよ。ジャン、私はあなたを思うと強い気持ちでいられるんです。よかったらこの約束の指輪を受け取ってもらえますか？
あかんよ。こんな大切なものもっとふさわしい人に。
何を言ってるんですか。ジャン以外にいません。私を支えてくれるんでしょ。
わかりました。ありがとうございます。これからはパートナーとしてあなたのこと支えます。
Okay, so John, however you're going to pronounce his name, he does mention partner instead of personal physician, right? Obviously, like English, in Japanese, it can be platonic or it can be romantic. From my own understanding, it sounds more platonic than anything else. So, yeah, you guys shouldn't be reading into that too much, in my opinion.
よろしくお願いしますね。
そうと決まれば今日から頑張ってたくましい体作りをせなあかんな。いつまでも子供やったら神竜様を守られへん。
ゆっくりで大丈夫ですよ。早く大きくなってしまうと置いていかれてしまうようで寂しいです。
わかりました、神竜様。自分をおそばに置いてくれてほんまに大きに。ゆっくり成長して立派なパートナーになってみせます。
Okay, so here a slight nitpick on my part maybe, but in Japanese, Jin saying like, "Oh, thank you for being by my side," like I'll be a good partner for you and stuff like that. Like it's not even romantic. I just feel like maybe not even the localizer themselves, but like the manager, like they were overly protective on any of the dialogue. Like wow.
ありがとう。俺は世界一の幸せ者だね。これからは君だけに砂漠より大きな俺の愛を捧ぐよ。
Okay, so up to now, basically, with Fogado's S support, there weren't really any problems. A few word changes, as usual, for localization. But in this one, it made no sense to me. He's basically saying in Japanese, "Oh, I'm like the happiest guy on earth. I'm gonna like devote so much love and attention, more than what the desert can give you, or more profound than the desert." And I'm like, why change it? It's cheesy, obviously, but it fits more in line with how he is right now, right?
今日から神竜様が世界一可愛いっ って認めます。俺は隣でその可愛さを、あなたを一生守りたい。
Maybe a slight nitpick on my part, but at the very end he's like Ishoni mamoritai, like I want to protect you forever. I don't see why it was deleted. Clearly the text could have included it, but like it adds more because it's even more out of character, you could say, up to now for Rosado. Like he hasn't really had any sense of protecting anyone apart from himself. So I feel like personally it would have added more to his character, but they're like, nah, screw it, don't add it in. I'm like, alright, fair enough.
これで分かりましたよね。俺、あなたの特別な人になりたいです。神竜様のことを考えると胸の奥が温かくなる感じがして、こんなこと初めてなんです。
Okay, so in the Japanese dub, from what we can hear, Rosado is basically saying like he feels like an intense passion feeling for Alea, and that it's his first time ever. I mean, obviously you could say, oh yeah, that's special to me, but I mean, in life, right, you have a lot of special friends, you have a lot of special partners in the past and present, whatever. And if it's your first person, I feel like it kind of adds more flavor to the dialogue. But again, you're that special to me, Divine One. Finish.
いいね。その気持ち共感します。私もロサードのことを考えると胸の奥が温かくなるんです。ありがとうございます、ロサード。私もあなたと同じ気持ちですよ。
Okay, so to confirm, I did actually look online for Rosado's age, and surprisingly, he's only 17. I thought he was like 18. But even then, people have like girlfriends and boyfriends at this age, don't they? And like, it really baffles me why Nintendo's so, I don't know, like, don't people get boyfriends and girlfriends anymore at 17? I mean, it's been over 10 years since I was 17, but like, man, like, wow, I'm just completely baffled.
あなたはこの私が惚れ込んだ相手なんだから、これからも自信を持ってなさい。大好きよ。
Similar to the Fogado support conversation, Hortensia's one was kind of consistent overall. This one in particular, I don't know, maybe it's a nitpick on my part, but at the end, I mean, it follows the same kind of pattern as the Japanese dub and English localization, but she does add on in the Japanese one, like, have more confidence in yourself because I love you. And I feel like that would have been a nice touch to leave, but again, just like, nope.
さあ参りましょう、神竜様。私たちずっと離れずに走り続けましょうね。
Okay, no localization problem here, but I'm just like, those abs on Etie, man, holy crap. I'm just like, wow. I'm like, okay, they look pretty good. They look pretty good.
アンナさん、今日は恋人の記念日ですね。新商品の売れ行きはどうですか？
もう完売しちゃった。
本当ですか？
ほんともう飛ぶようにみんな売れちゃった。
おめでとうございます、アンナさん。
全部神竜様のおかげよ。ありがとう。
でもせっかくなので一つぐらいは完成品を見たかったですね。
実は一つ取っておいたの。はい、これ。
わあ、素敵な仕上がりですね。これはみんな欲しくなってしまいます。
よかったらあげるわ。
え、でも
それは売り物じゃないの。一番うまく作れた神竜様用の特別な非売品。受け取ってもらえると嬉しいな。
一番うまく作れたって、それをもらってしまっていいんですか？
もう鈍いわね。 別な日だし。
As we, I'm sure a lot of you guys have been looking forward to this one for good and bad reasons. I'm going to be on the side of kind of conforming. Obviously, Anna is incredibly underaged, but here she's like, okay, I just, really appreciate how much you helped me out, but actually in Japanese, she's saying, well, today is a special day after all, like, 今日は特別な日だし, right? So, yeah, so I feel like they're starting it off. I haven't seen her support in full, so it'll be my first time kind of sitting down and digesting all of this content.
私はまだ子供だから、そういうのには早いけど、神竜様と仲良しの印ってこと。
Okay, so the last two sentences connected to one another basically, but essentially she's saying, well, I'm still kind of too young for what pertains to Sweetheart's Day, but I just want to focus on us getting to know one another better.
嬉しいです。喜んでいただきますね。ありがとうございます。代わりにこれを受け取ってください。約束の指輪です。
なんでこんなに大事なものを。
大事なものだからこそアンナさんに受け取ってほしいです。恋人にはまだ早くてもパートナーにはなれると思いませんか？
Okay, so we have Elias saying, 恋人にはまだ早いけど, so it's still too early for us to be lovers, but we can become partners, right? So obviously that's a free-form interpretation. You can infer it as maybe he's saying as a joke. That's up to you as an individual. You heard the intonation of him speaking in Japanese, so I'll leave it up to you guys. I don't really want to give a definite answer. Well, you can't really give a definite answer, to be fair, but like what he said is what he said, or what she said if you're female, right? So yeah, I'm not surprised they changed it. I'm really not surprised at all. I would have changed it.
そうね。現に私たち新商品を生み出したパートナー同士だもんね。ありがとう。指輪受け取るわ。私とっても幸せ。
私もです。
さてと、明日から忙しくなるわよ。職人に頼んでそのネックレスを大量生産してもらわなきゃ。神竜様がつけてるネックレスよ。もう売れる要素しかないでしょ。
たくましいですね。アンナさん、私はいつでも応援していますから。行商人としてのあなたもパートナーとしてのあなたも。
あなたとなら世界一の行商人にもなれちゃいそう。いつか家族に会えたら大切な人だって紹介させてね。
Okay, so in Japanese, Anna is essentially saying that I feel like I can become a good merchant with you by my side, and if I were to meet with my family once more, I would like to introduce you as my taisetsu na hito, or someone very important to me. Could be a lover, could be a very good friend, could be anyone you value immensely, right? So I feel like they did a good job at not feeling the wrath of Twitter. I would have translated it similarly, so I'd say good job to the localizer in this part, because boy, yeah, I wouldn't have wanted to work on this one in particular, definitely. Okay, and that brings an end to the video. Essentially, this was my first time sitting down properly watching all of the support videos. There were a few more bits and bobs I could have nitpicked, but it didn't really impair the meaning to the point where I felt like I had to comment on it. I was like, okay, you know what, I'll give it some leeway. And that's the whole point of localization as a whole, is that if you're a localizer yourself and you look at someone else's localization work, everyone has like a different level of tolerance, right? Like, oh, this is like, okay, this is tolerable, oh, that's a bit too much and stuff like that, right? So it's all preference at the end of the day. Obviously, I like being consistent, but I feel like as well, for whatever reason, the localization work, I think like everything's being like filtered with like the Californian stuff and stuff like that in America, because I've heard people talk about like French localizations, Spanish localizations, and it seems to be more in line with what I would value to do like in localization work. But I don't know, I guess maybe, I don't know, companies based in like California have their own agendas and stuff like that. I don't even want to get too political per se. I don't know, is it even political? I don't even know. Like just leave the work, if possible, as it is originally intended. That's my philosophy. I guess because of that, I won't be getting hired by any big company. That's why I'm a freelance localizer, basically. But yeah, just do, I mean, especially if you enjoy the work. I mean, if you want to like get paid in translation work or localization work, you should go into like technical translation, because you get paid the big bucks there. But I feel like with a lot of people who go into localization, generally speaking, I feel like they're more like English majors who did like Japanese as an elective or something like that. And you can kind of tell from the feeling or the atmosphere in general, because I don't know, sometimes I feel like it's a try-hard experience that I'm seeing sometimes, like people trying too hard. Obviously, it's your job, right? You have to be serious, but I feel like, I don't know, some aren't enjoying their work and they're just in their own kind of headspace and not able to actually project what should be done as like a localizer. To this day, my favorite localization as a whole is probably Tactics Ogre. I played Reborn back in November, and I was blown away. Like, obviously I played in Japanese dub with English subtitles because I was mainly uploading for my channel, but I was like completely just blown away by the amount that like the localizer just, he added, you don't see this often, he actually added on top of the script. It made sense because of the context and everything. Like, he made it his own. Like, if you were to look at the Japanese script and the English script, the English one blows the Japanese one out of the water. I'm probably gonna get like fires and like the lances at the doors now, basically, for that opinion. But that's the one game in my recent memory, like past 4 years of playing video games, where I felt that one particular game really improved upon the original. It added a lot more details and more eloquently, especially for the medieval setting and stuff like that. But yeah, that'll be an end to my video. I went on way longer than I should have. That's what happens when I get very passionate about stuff. But yeah, again, if you guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe. And until next time, take care and goodbye.